Free agency day is always one of the most intense moments in the NBA calendar, and this year, the Lakers couldn't have landed in a better spot. Everything seems to be aligning perfectly for them, especially after the latest waves of news dropped. You've got players like Dron Sharp suddenly becoming available, and Mo Wagner also out there in the mix. Personally, I'd be steering clear of Wagner, but Sharp, that's a name that gets the Lakers fans buzzing. Alongside Sharp, there's also Adebayo, and these two guys represent a serious opportunity to solve some of the Lakers' most pressing roster questions. If I were in their shoes, I'd be doing everything possible to land both of these guys, no matter what it takes. Commit the necessary assets, stretch the cap, make the calls, pull the strings, whatever is needed. That's the move. Bringing in Sharp and Atan would instantly put to rest the center concerns that have been looming over the team for years. Now, of course, there's always some risk with Atan. He could just be a stopgap player trying to prove himself again in a new environment, but if it clicks, the Lakers could be the team that benefits most, the ones willing to bet on him and build a long-term relationship. And judging by the chatter, Sharp supposedly wants to come to Los Angeles, and the Lakers have been courting him repeatedly. Atan, on the other hand, shares an agent with Luka Doncic, which adds an interesting layer to the talks. That connection might smooth some wheels behind the scenes. One thing to keep in mind is that Atan has to clear waivers first, which won't happen until midweek. So, if you're watching this and wondering why nothing's happening immediately, don't panic. This kind of patience is exactly what the Lakers need right now. It's easy to get frustrated as a fan, desperate for moves and answers, but this isn't a situation to rush. The Lakers are playing the long game, and patience could be the difference between signing a good player and landing the perfect fit. Imagine if the Lakers managed to bring both Sharp and Atan on board. Just that alone would be a huge upgrade, solving what has been a major headache for the front office. It would take away the pressure of scrambling for a reliable center in trade talks, or settling for less than ideal deals. For a while, rumors were swirling about teams trying to take advantage of the Lakers' desperation for a center. You may recall the buzz around Clint Capela, where the Lakers didn't have Sharp or Atan in their back pocket yet. That desperation made the Lakers vulnerable to pay inflated prices or trade away too much just to fill the center spot. Now, with these new options, the Lakers suddenly have bargaining power. If they sign Atan and Sharp, or even just one of them combined with a solid veteran like Clint Capela or Brook Lopez, the team instantly has a clear starter and depth at the position. This changes the entire dynamic of trade talks, because other teams know the Lakers aren't desperate anymore. That gives Los Angeles the upper hand when negotiating deals for other pieces. What's interesting is the sheer abundance of centers available on the market this year. We're talking about dozens of players out there looking for new homes, and some teams are even overloaded at the position. This oversupply makes it less likely for the Lakers to overpay or make rash decisions. If a team missed the chance to trade a center to the Lakers early on and now is sitting with excess players, they might have to settle on less favorable terms or risk losing those players for nothing. That's why patience is such a crucial virtue right now. The Lakers management seems to have learned from past mistakes where they rushed into deals that didn't pan out. Early in Rob Pelinka's tenure, there were several moves that felt rushed, overpaying, making trades just to check a box. It cost the team dearly, but recently, he has shown much more discipline and patience, and that has to be commended. It's a shift that could lead to smarter moves and better roster construction. Another thing to remember is that the center position isn't the only puzzle piece here. While getting a reliable big man is important, the real challenge lies in assembling the supporting cast around Luka Doncic and LeBron James. That means finding versatile, athletic wings who can play defense, stretch the floor, and contribute to a balanced lineup. Most teams already have centers, so the real scarcity is in those kinds of players. Luka is a generational talent who will carry the offense, but basketball is a team sport. He needs players who complement his skill set, who can cover for what he can't do alone. The Lakers have been doing a solid job targeting those types of players, long, athletic wings who bring defensive intensity and can switch seamlessly on the perimeter. Building around Luka with that kind of depth is what can take the team from good to great. Let's also talk about the potential trade involving Dorian Finney-Smith. Even though he opted out recently, it doesn't mean the Lakers can't still find a way to move him, perhaps via sign-and-trade arrangement. Houston is reportedly interested and willing to trade players like Cam Whitmore and Jock Landale to make it happen. A sign-and-trade deal could allow Houston to get off some salary while still using their mid-level exception, so it's a win-win. If the Lakers manage to pull off that deal, it opens up even more possibilities. They could transform Finney-Smith into assets like Whitmore and still have enough cap space left over to pursue other free agents. Managing those salary cap intricacies is critical for teams in their position, and the front office has to be creative and strategic. Thinking about the big picture, the Lakers have a real chance to put together a roster that can contend immediately. Getting a solid center like Atan, combined with adding reliable wings through trades or free agency, could finally address the roster's biggest gaps if the team keeps its core intact. Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves and surrounds them with complementary pieces. This squad could be formidable. Sure, there are concerns with some players defensively, and some of these moves carry risk. But the Lakers are making moves to build a team that can compete for years, not just months. It's about balancing immediate needs with long-term goals, something that's easier said than done in the NBA's constantly shifting landscape. At the end of the day, it comes down to execution. Having a great menu of options is one thing, but the front office has to close the deals, manage contracts, and ensure chemistry on and off the court. The Lakers are in an enviable position, with stars, cap space, and assets all aligned. Now, it's just about making the right moves at the right time, building on what we talked about earlier. The Lakers' position right now is about more than just plugging holes. It's about setting the foundation for sustained success. With Luka Doncic emerging as arguably one of the best players in the league, and LeBron James still performing at an elite level, the potential for this team to compete deep into the playoffs is very real. But basketball is never just about two superstars. The supporting cast, the role players, and the team chemistry all play critical roles in determining how far a team can go. The Lakers front office knows this better than most. If the team can land both Atan and Dron Sharp, or at least one of those big men, it would immediately stabilize the center position, an area that has been a source of inconsistency and concern for years. Having a reliable center allows the coaching staff to build defensive schemes and offensive sets with confidence. No longer would they have to worry about giving up easy points in the paint or scrambling to find rebounds. It also helps keep the team's stars fresh, as solid rim protection and rebounding reduce the burden on perimeter defenders. But as important as the center spot is, the real game changer will be adding wings who can defend multiple positions and space the floor on offense. This is where the Lakers' offseason strategy needs to focus. Players like Andrew Wiggins have been mentioned as ideal fits, athletic, versatile wings who can lock down opponents and knock down open shots. If the Lakers can pull off a trade or sign one, or to players like Wiggins, Terrence Mann, or others who fit that mold, it could take this roster to another level. Another interesting wrinkle is the possibility of trading away some pieces to create room for these new additions. For example, if the Lakers sign Atan or Sharp, maybe they reconsider the role of a player like Dwight Howard or even someone like Austin Reeves. While Reeves has shown flashes of promise, the team may decide to use him as a trade chip to acquire more shooting or defensive versatility on the wings. This kind of roster flexibility is exactly what separates championship contenders from the rest of the pack. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Los Angeles has been buzzing with whispers lately, and this week, the rumor mill kicked into high gear. Bam Adebayo was seen in LA, while players visiting major cities during the offseason isn't exactly headline material. The timing, and more importantly, the reactions from key figures inside the Lakers organization, has fans and insiders alike raising their eyebrows. Could this signal the start of something big? According to sources close to the situation, Adebayo's visit was more than just a casual trip. The Miami Heat star, known for his elite defense and versatility, is reportedly on the radar of the Lakers front office. And here's where things get even more interesting. Insiders say the Lakers leadership has given the green light to explore the possibility of bringing Adebayo to Los Angeles. Though no official talks have been confirmed, the approval from the Lakers' top brass suggests a legitimate interest in the all-star big man. Of course, making such a move would be far from simple. Adebayo remains under contract with the Heat, and Pat Riley is not exactly known for letting go of cornerstone players without a fight. But in a league where player movement is often driven by behind-the-scenes momentum and strategic timing, nothing is off the table, especially when a high-profile player shows up in town. Just as trade rumors are starting to swirl, Adebayo's potential fit in Los Angeles is tantalizing. His defensive prowess could anchor the Lakers' front court, allowing Anthony Davis to shift into a more comfortable role while giving LeBron James another reliable piece in what could be his final years. With the Lakers looking to reshape their roster after a disappointing playoff exit, the idea of adding a player of Adebayo's caliber isn't far-fetched, especially with organizational backing already in place. For now, it remains just a whisper, a possibility floating in the LA air. But if history has taught us anything, it's that in the NBA, where there's smoke, there's often fire. Keep your eyes on this one. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.